We are deeply saddened to announce the death of our beloved Lambert George, better known as Dick, of Belvedere, Jacques. He passed away on April 29, 2021 at 11:05 p.m. at the Soufriere Hospital at the age of 75. He was predeceased by his parents, Ingram and Edna George, his brothers, Deacon Hyacinth George of St. Croix, Victor George, Damien George, Rogers from Cul-de-Sac, sister Basilia Valton, known as Dudu. Left to mourn, his wife, Mary George of Belvedere Jacques. 6 sons: Gregory Philip, security officer employed at the Soufriere Mini Stadium; Ignatius George, better known as Javid; Lawrence Philip; Augustine and Nereus Philip, both employed at the Anne Chasney Resort; Augustus Philip, teacher at the Jacques Primary School; 2 daughters: Christabel Philip, proprietress of Christabel's Hideaway; Aurea Philip, employed at Bait Propagation Station, Myers Bridge. Grandchildren: Merlin Vitalis of Tiroche Castries, Vincent and Christy George, Denzel Benjamin George, Kentus and Donna Pierre-Louis in New York and Florida, Lorena Nicholas of Wavin-Clare, Natius and Dias Burton, Troy and Lance Gregg in Miami, Azaria Philip and LaShawn Dolon, Nelana Philip and Kenson Joseph, Navin Philip, Kenya Prosper, Peter George, better known as Mello of Jacques, sisters Matilda Monrose of Jacques, Paulina Schalmine and family of London, Jermaine Polymus and family of London. Great-grandchildren: Melanie George, student of the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School; Safira and Tyler Vitalis, students of the Tiroche Castries Combined School; Haley Degazon and Jenny George; Jacinta, Jarrell, Isaiah, and Amia in Miami; son-in-law Kimber James; daughters-in-law Margaret Phillip, Dorothy Jean, Leonie St. Bryce, Vanessa Alexander, Berliana Joseph, Vina Pascal Philip, teacher at the Soufriere Infant School; Nandi Pascal. Nieces: Sylvia George and Curleen Solomon, Leander George Nicholas, Sabrina, Chanel, and Chanel Chessman. Nephews: Williamson and Sixtus George, Dalius Monrose, teacher at the Jacques Primary School, Jonathan Monrose, Alec Prosper. Godchildren: Glenda Chessman, who is also his niece, Dr. Anesia Alexander of Jacques. Cousins: Etienne and Claudette Prosper, Denise Prosper Simon. Children of deceased uncle Orleans Prosper, children of deceased uncle Emmanuel Prosper. Brothers-in-law: Leo Marcelin, better known as Cyril and family of Belvedere; Gregor Joseph and family in St. Croix; James and Galbert Pierre-Louis of Belvedere. Sisters-in-law: Cyrilia George of Jacques, Frances Victor George and family in St. Croix; Eustilla Joseph of Mark. Close friends and relatives: Mr. Son and his wife Mary Franklin, Martha Pascal, George and Patricia Modeste of Entrepot, Dwight Vitalis of Tiroche Castries, William Monwy of Jacques, Deval Cassius and the crew from Cul-de-Sac, Damien Charles of Rabo, Kermima Terrence, Mr. Russell Charles of New Development Soufriere, Jean-Baptiste Moses, better known as Toto, Elwin Flavier and Philemon Alexander, Michael Jean-Baptiste of Cicero, Peter Jean-Paul, Patrick Jean-Philippe, Wendy Clement, Christelle Henry, Linus Degazon, Baiko and Gregory Philip, Jane Philip, Bibianas Joseph, better known as Nanas, Flavia Ogis and Victoria Modest, Pius and Magdalene Chapal, Leona Bannister, Edward Pascal, Justin Jean-Baptiste, Natty Nicholas, Paula Victor, Joseph Alphonse of Fosse Jacques, Anifa Herbert and Darius Isidore. Many other relatives and friends, including the Pierre-Louis and Marcelin family, Pascal family, Philip and Prosper families, the Alexander family. The funeral service for the late Lambert George, better known as Dick, will be held at the St. Philip and St. James Parish, Fosse Jacques. The body will be laid to rest at the Michael O'Brien Private Cemetery, Latony, V4. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, V4. May his soul rest in perpetual peace.